Good evening, everyone. I'm Linda Green from Florida, and tonight we're going to talk about hold-up plays. I'm just sharing the screen with you now. And I've put on board number 1. And before we begin, I want to talk about the rule of 7. Hold-up plays refer to the rule of 7, and that is when you only have an ace in your hand and no other honor in your hand. And the opponents lead that suit where you've only got one stopper. So what you do is, looking at hand number 1, you're going to get the lead. We'll do the bidding in a moment. You're going to get the lead of the 4 of hearts.
Linda,
Yes.
we don't see the right screen.
You don't see the right screen?
No, you don't have board 1 up.
You don't have BBO on.
Oh, okay.
Yep, you shared the wrong one.
I have the right screen on. You're just not seeing the screen. And
Right.
now,
Oh,
Nope.
we see the launch meeting screen and we see a point
I've
set a
got the
day
right
screen.
hand. I've got the right one here. Let me just take it over. Does that help you?
Ah, there you go.
You go.
Perfect.
Okay, because I did have the right hand up. Maybe you just didn't have it. Okay. All
That
right.
was a
We've got
misclick.
it. Okay, so let's just do the bidding first, and then we'll go into the rule of 7. Because we need to learn that when we only have one stopper and it's only the ace. Only the ace. So North is too strong to open 1 no trump. North has 18 high card points and will open 1 club. Pass by East. And now the partner, the south hand, will bid 1 diamond. Now it's very important, and I'm going to reiterate the situation. Partner does not want to hear a no trump from you. Partner doesn't want to hear how many points you have. The only thing you want to show partner is that you have 6 or more points and you bid slowly. For one reason only. You always want the strong hand to play the hand and not the strong hand in the dummy. You do not have a heart stopper. I see people that are so point count orientated that the first thing they want to do is show how many points they have. I'd even bid a 3-card diamond suit without a heart stopper, because if I have to do that, I want the stronger hand to play the hand. North will now bid 2 no trump. 2 no trump is a jump, and the jump shows 18, 19 points and a no trump shape. Even if North has a 4-card spade suit and a 4-card heart suit, no trump takes precedence. It is more important to show the no trump 18-19 than it is to show a 4-card major. You cannot jump in a 4-card major if you don't have your first suit longer than your second. So this is a clear-cut 2 no trump hand, even if you had 4 hearts and 4 spades. And partner will now bid 3 no trump. And that is the bidding. One of you asked me about the bidding. I don't know if you had it as easy as this, because I think it's pretty straightforward. Okay. So now we're in 3 no trump, and we're going to get the lead of a major. No major was bid. 1 club, 1 diamond. You should bend over backwards to lead a major. And the lead is the 4th highest. And this is where we use the hold up play. When you have 1 stopper only, and that is the ace, you add up the number of cards in that suit in your hand to the number in dummy. That's 5. You subtract it from number 7. It's called the rule of 7. And that gives you 2. And that says you've got to hold up 2 times, twice. We play the lowest of touching cards. If you put up the queen, you can't have the jack. And if you put up the jack, you can't have the 10. That is third hand play, which we've done in the past. And you duck the trick. That's the first time you're ducking the cards. The next time partner comes back the highest. And this is the second time you were told on the rule of 7 And now I want you to watch the 3. Partner led the 4. Then partner played the 3. When you play high-low and you've made a lead from a long suit, you promise 5 cards. Because if you had 4 cards, you wouldn't play a lower card than the 4. Now you can, that's ducking twice. Remember, it said duck twice. Now you play the last heart. And now you have to give up a discard. Well, let's look at it. We have 3 spade tricks. We have 1 club is 4. We have 1 heart is 5. We have 2 diamonds are 7. Which is the dangerous hand? East. East has the long hearts. And the finesse of the club is into the dangerous hand. So let's throw away a club. We don't need to finesse into that hand. It's far too dangerous. It is much safer to finesse into the west hand because they're not going to have any more hearts left because we did what's called the rule of 7. 7 from 5 cards between the 2 hands is 2. That means duck twice. We always play the ace first in case there's a singleton queen. And now we've only got 8 diamonds between us. We need the diamond suit to bring in tricks. Forget about the club suit. You now play the 10. And if the queen doesn't come up, you are safe to finesse the 10 into this hand, the west hand, because they will have no more hearts. Because we did what's called a hold-up play. Now, a hold-up play severs communication between east and west. That is our main priority. We want to cut communication between the east hand and the west hand. If we take the second heart, west will have a heart to come back to their partner. So that's when we use the rule of 7. They'll come back the weak suit, which is clubs. And you're not taking any chances. You cannot let them in. You run for your life and you take all your tricks and forget about making an over trick. As long as we can take and make our contract. Now we go for the diamond. We don't mind what they do. We've got all the diamonds. And we severed communication between the east and the west. That is our main priority. So they could never communicate with each other. And now you're going to give up the last trick and you're going to make, you've made 6 tricks and you've got 3 more spade tricks. That's 9. And you'll give up the queen of clubs and then you make your contract. Okay?
Linda, would you repeat the calculation?
Absolutely, no problem whatsoever. Very easy. I'll show it to you again. When you've only got one honor, the ace, only the ace, no other honor, and you've got no other stopper, you add up the number of cards in that suit that they led, plus the number of cards in the dummy, that's 5. And now you subtract it from the rule of 7. It's the number 7. 7 from 5 is 2. That means you must duck 2 times.
Okay.
Duck twice. And then they can never get to each other. Any questions on this hand? Yes, Gail's got her hand raised.
What adjustments do you make, or what do you do if the contract was 2 no trump or 1 no trump?
What would I do with the hold-up play?
No, the rule of 7, you say is for a 3 no trump contract.
No,
What do you do?
no. It's for anything. Any no trump contract. It doesn't apply to 3 no trump. It applies to 1 no trump or 2 no trump.
What?
If
Okay.
you are safe in all the other suits, it applies to no trumps only. The rule of 7 only applies the hold-up play in no trump contracts, as long as you're not in danger of them running another suit. In other words, sometimes you may have 9 tricks and you don't want them to switch to one of your weak suits. Then you won't apply the rule of 7. You're going to take your money and run. But in this situation, you're in total control.
Well, I've seen calculations where they talk about if it's using 7 for 3 no trump, but like 6 for 2 no trump.
I've never heard of that. I've played bridge for over 50 years. I've never heard of that.
Okay.
Maybe
great.
I'm going to learn something. Listen, it's never too late to learn. Can you tell me about it? I'd love to learn.
Well, I
Anything
just
you
know,
can teach me, I'm happy to learn. Trust me.
but I don't
What's the
understand
rule
why
of
this makes
the
a
rule of 6? I only know when you are playing and your partner bids 2 suits and partner asks you to choose and you bid your own suit. That I play is the rule of 6. So I don't know.
Well,
If you could
they're
tell
saying
me,
that the rule that 7 is n, and they say that n is 4 plus the level you're playing of the contract. So if you're playing at 3 no trump, you're playing 3 plus 4 makes 7 is the number you subtract your total cards from. If you're at 2 no trump, n is 4 plus 2, which is 6, and you subtract your total number of cards from 6. But I don't know why this makes a difference. Are they allowing you an extra loser? It doesn't make sense to me.
it doesn't make sense to me because if I can make over tricks, I'll make over tricks. I don't
Yeah,
understand. I have never employed that at all. I wouldn't know. I think that gets too technical. Why don't we just keep to the rule of 7 in no
Sure.
trump, and that
Works
way
for
you'll have no
me.
problem. Okay.
thanks.
All right, Pat. What's next?
So when you're looking at that rule of 7, you're looking at your own hand and you're looking at the dummy.
Correct.
And so it's when you say just
Add the
one,
2 together.
so and you would just have one.
So let's say dummy had another heart. That means you've got 6 together. That means if you subtract 7 from 6, you
Hey,
only
Siri,
duck once.
Call Cheryl.
Okay. And
One.
now, what if the dummy had like a jack in it? It wouldn't apply.
Well, the jack's not going to be a trick anyway,
I mean, but
unless
would
they
you,
get away from the king queen.
would you still apply the rule of 7?
I would
if
still
it-
apply the rule of 7, yes.
Okay.
Okay. All right, Celia.
So just so I'm clear, it only, well, if it was, instead of that ace of hearts, if it was the king of hearts,
Oh no, you just take your money and run. You can't duck it. You don't know where the
Okay.
ace of hearts is.
so.
So if you've
this
got the
only-
king of hearts, you can't apply the rule.
Okay, it only applies,
Only
you
when you've
having-
got first round control in that suit.
got it. Okay, thank you.
Okay,
That makes sense. Thank you.
good.
I have a quick question.
Sure.
What if you actually had the ace and the king? Do you not have to do the rule of 7 at all if you only had 5 between you?
Well, the thing is this, that if you have ace, king, and 1, and you are in control, I can afford to duck a trick.
Okay.
I'm not going to grab my tricks. Because if they've got 5, I'm prepared to give up one trick, and then I take the ace. I don't tell them I've got the king.
Mm-hmm.
You should sever communication. If you can duck it, you should duck it.
Mm-hmm.
If you can't afford a switch, I will always duck it with ace, king, and 1. I'll even duck it if the king comes up on my right and I've got ace, queen, and 1. I will duck it as well. And then I'll take the ace the next time.
Okay.
Because you want to sever communication. The whole purpose of hold-up plays is to make sure that the opponents cannot get to each other's hands. And this is very important in having to be able to control suits and make contracts.
But if the opponents actually were 4-4, this wouldn't work.
Oh no,
So
if
it-
it's 4-4, it doesn't matter. You're not going to be defeated. It's when they're 5-3 that you have the problem.
Oh, right.
And we don't know yet for sure. But you do know when the 3 came down that there was a 5-card suit. So I get very comfortable when I see them lead a 2, because usually they have a 4-card suit. But when I play bridge, I'm being honest with you, I have 5 in my hand. I play attitude leads, and I often lead a low one, even with 5. I don't want them to know that I have 5. I just do it because I have fun. They think it's 4. I don't hear you, dear, but you're muted. I don't hear you. I can't hear you. You're talking to me, but you're muted. If you unmute, I'll hear what you're saying. But people like to lead 4th highest. Any other question? You're talking to me, but you're muted. I can see you talking, but I can't help you. She's still talking to me muted. I don't know how to tell her to unmute. In the corner, in the left corner, just
Well-
unmute your microphone. There, you try and unmute your microphone. And then I'll be able to hear you. Because I can't hear you.
Is there
Sorry.
a name? Is there a name, Linda?
No, she's just got iPhone 146. There's no name. And she's talking to me, but she isn't unmuted. So if iPhone 146 can just use their little microphone and click on the microphone in the bottom left, then I can hear everything you have to say. I don't know if she can. No name. All right, we're going to get on to the next one. Any other questions? No? Okay, we'll get on to the next one. If she can just unmute, I'd be so happy to hear what she has to say. Really. Okay, we're on hand number 4. The dealer is West, and West is going to open 1 club. We do not have 15 to 17, so we open the longer minor. Pass by North, and now this hand is going to bid. Let's discuss it. We have how many points? 8 and 2 is 10, 14. You have a stopper in all the suits. When you have a stopper in all the suits, you bid 3 no trump. Now, 3 no trump is definitive. It says, partner, I have 13 to 15, and I have a stopper in all the suits. I have no 4-card diamond suit. I have no 4-card heart suit and no 4-card spade suit, but I have 4 clubs with you. That is what 3 no trump means. Now, if you had 11 points or 12, you would bid 2 no trump. 2 no trump would show 11, 12, and 3 no trump shows 13 to 15. So write that down on your convention card, please. 2 no trump invitational, 11, 12, and 3 no trump 13 to 15. And stoppers in all the suits. And they're going to lead a heart. Now let's look at the hands together, everybody. In the spade suit, we have 2 tricks. On a heart lead, we know we're going to get 2 tricks because they're into your ace queen. That's 4 tricks. In the diamond suit, we've got 3 is 7. The only place we're going to get more tricks from is in the club suit. It's called promotion. We need to knock out the aces and kings. And the percentage of knocking out the ace and king of the honors being split, 1 in one hand and 1 in the other hand, is 75%. So we need to keep control. We're not going to look for the queen of spades. The club suit is a definite way of getting 2 extra tricks. And third hand plays high. Now you do not take the ace.
How much longer?
Huh? What? What happened? Someone said something. You do not take the king with the ace because you can afford to give them the trick. You are in total control of all the suits. When you're holding the ace queen, there's no hurry because we don't know when they led the 3 if it was a 4-card suit or a 5-card suit. And you give it to them. Then when they come back another heart, you take the ace. You don't tell them you've got both. Now when they play the 2, you now know that the hand that led had a 5-card suit because they never played up the line. They played high-low. Now we need to get out the ace and the king of clubs. It's called promotion. we still have a heart stopper. So we're going to play, it doesn't matter which way you play the clubs. You can play the 2 of clubs towards the queen. Will they take the king? They may take the king. But if they don't take the king, and the queen takes the ace, the north hand has no more hearts, all because we gave them the first trick. So whatever they come back, they're going to help you. If they come back a spade, it's easy. If they come back a club, it's easy. If they come back a diamond, it's easy. It doesn't matter. But let's undo this for a moment. Let's say you take the king of clubs. And now you play another heart, okay? Now your only hope is that the clubs are divided. The ace is in one hand, the king in the other, which is 75%. Now you play the 10. It's your only hope. And now when they take the ace, we're back to square one again. They've got no more hearts, and now you make your contract. You've got out your 2 clubs, and you gave them 1 heart, and now you don't have to worry about the spades at this stage. Let's just play some more cards and see what happens. If they come a spade, they're going to give you a trick. If they come a heart, they may give you a trick. They don't know. They should exit a club. So let's say they exit a club. All right? And then you play the queen of clubs. And then play a diamond. I mean a spade. And now what are they going to play? A spade or a diamond? Let's say they play a diamond. You have no idea at this stage where the queen of spades is. So let's go for our diamonds now. You never know what can happen. Now they could bluff you and throw 1 heart away. Then when you play the jack, you're not sure if they've got the queen, and maybe they'll throw the other heart away to make you think that they have the queen of spades. Right? They can bluff you. And now you have to make the decision. Well, once 2 spades are gone and they threw all the hearts away, maybe they've got the queen of spades. And now you will know think the queen of spades is in the south hand. And then you may only make 9 tricks. But if they throw away the spades, you will know exactly where the queen of spades is, because now you can finesse with the queen of spades because they're going to show out. Let's go back. Look what happens when they have to throw away cards. And that's why it's nice to complete and squeeze them with all your cards. Let's go back to this situation. Okay? They played the ace of diamonds and you followed. Now they played the queen of diamonds. And now if you didn't throw your heart away and you threw the spade away, they're going to feel very comfortable. Then you're going to play the jack of diamonds. And if they throw another spade away, you know exactly what's going on. They don't have the queen of spades. They're holding on to the heart. So now you have to make a decision as to whether they've got the queen of spades. Well, they've got 2 more hearts. So if they play the 9 of spades, you know now for sure that the south hand started with 5 hearts, and now you know exactly where the queen of spades is. And now you can finesse the queen of spades. And you'll be very easy to make 10 tricks. And you'll make 10 tricks on this hand. So you must be very careful in discarding that you don't help the opponents. Are there any questions on this hand? Giving up the king of hearts costs you absolutely nothing. If they're 4-4, it doesn't matter. Any questions? Because you have 6 between you. They could be 4-4. No questions?
Hey, Linda, just one quick question for you. You said
Yes.
that if you start with a 1 club, you go to two no trump if you have 11 to 12 points.
Correct.
In that case, do you have to have stoppers in every suit?
Absolutely. And I'm going to tell you this again, that if I have no heart stopper, I will bid a diamond on a 3-card diamond suit. If I have no spade stopper, I will bid a diamond on a 3-card diamond suit. And it's a very good tip to remember, because you want the strong hand to bid the no trump. It happened against me the other day. The lady against me bid 2 no trump with 11-12. She had no heart stopper, and I led the queen of hearts. Dummy came down with king doubleton, and we took the first 5 heart tricks. If she had bid a diamond, the other hand would have bid no trump, and they can never lose 11 tricks played from the other side. So unless I'm stopped in all the suits, I do not advise you to bid 2 no trump. I like the bid of a diamond just to hear the opener's rebid. That is the most important part about this game. We, the responder, wait to hear the opener's rebid. The opener's rebid, opener describes and the responder decides. The opener shows and tells, and the responder asks and listens. And that is the principle of bridge. And I really bend over backwards not to be dummy when the strong hand may be playing the hand. But this hand, you must put 3 no trump. It's perfect. Perfect hand. But it's a very good tip to remember. If you're ever playing face-to-face, just take a heart when you have to put down the dummy and add it with the diamond and say you missorted your hand. You can't do it on BBO, but you can do it on the table. So they
Thank you
won't
very
say
much.
anything. Okay? All right. Any other
Question.
question? Yes.
Yeah, when you do these replays,
Yes.
is the setup exactly the same as when you were playing? Like I'm south, so when you dealt these hands, it was exactly like this. The south was always south.
It will be identical.
Okay, that's what I
It will
want to
never
know.
change. That is the
Okay,
way it will be.
Okay, thank you.
Okay? Good. Any other question? You've got to learn to be able to sever communication between the opponents. And that's the main reason why we're learning about our hold up play. It makes such a difference. It really does. All right, I'm going to load the next hand. If you've got no more questions.
I do have a quick question. So
Yes.
basically, if I am responding to my partner who opened, and I do have an opening hand myself and stoppers, and no 4-card major to show, and I have 13 to 15 points, I should be able to go to 3 no trump, or are you saying no?
No, you go to 3 no trump. It's when you don't have the stopper in one of the suits.
I could then, because I'm almost just as strong as my partner is. with
Exactly,
13
but
points.
if you don't have the heart stopper and 3 little hearts, you should not bid it.
Okay,
Rather
Okay.
just bid a diamond.
Mhm.
Okay? It's much better that the stronger hand plays the hand. I always say to myself, do I want to be dummy? I say that to myself all the time. Every time I get a hand, I say, do I want to be dummy? And that's the way I decide if I want to bid no trump or not. And then I'll decide. Okay, hand number 7. Okay, the dealer is South. Hand number 7, South has got 16 high card points. And we're going to open 1 no trump. Pass by West. And now you're looking at 11 points. 11 and 15 is 26. So you'll bid 3 no trump. Very simple, straightforward. If you had 10 high card points, you would bid 3 no trump as well. And they're going to lead a heart. And you're going to look at the hand between you, and let's count the tricks together, everybody. In the spade suit, we have 3 spade tricks. We can't be sure that the spades are going to break 3 and 3 to make an extra trick, so we count what we can see. 3 spade tricks, 2 heart tricks for sure on the lead is 5. In the diamond suit, we've got 2 is 7. But you don't want to be a finesse-aholic and rely on a diamond finesse working, because a diamond finesse working is only 50%, and that's too dangerous, because there's only one way to play the diamonds, and that is to expect the East to have the queen. You don't have the 10. So we're not going to do that either. But we look at the club suit. And when we look at the club suit, we have what's called promotion. We've got every single club except the ace and the king. So if we can set up 2 club tricks, we'll have 9 tricks. We've got 3 spades, 2 hearts of 5, 2 diamonds of 7, and 2 clubs are 9. So we've got to learn to set up this club suit. So it's going to go low, and it's going to go third hand high. Now, how many of you want to grab that jack? How many of you? Where is the king, everybody? You know the king is on your left. So what's the rush to grab that jack? There's no rush. You're going to give it to them. How many of you don't want to give up tricks? Come on. You have to learn to give up tricks to make tricks in bridge. So you come back another heart. And when it becomes the queen, and they play the king, you've still got a heart stopper. Now, by giving up that first trick, East has no more hearts. And you still have control of the jack of hearts. So we're going to play to the high card from the short side first. Second hand low. Put in the queen. And they win the king. And they're going to come back the 9 of hearts. Now you've got no more heart stopper. Okay? You have no idea at this stage what to throw away. You don't know whether to throw a diamond away or a spade away. So here it's easier to throw away from a 4-card suit to a 10 than a 4-card suit to a jack. Now you're going to play the 10 of clubs, the high card from the short side. Remember, I told you split honors, 75%. You don't have to take it if you don't want to. And you'll play it again. And now you're on easy street. Why? Because when you take the ace, you've got no more hearts. And now you can't defeat the contract. But if we undo this, and I think we need to undo this to show you how important it is not to grab your tricks, everybody. As long as we're in control. Now, if I only had the queen and I never had the jack, I have to take the queen because I don't have a second card behind it. But once you've got the jack, you're very easy to duck it. Give it to them. Remember, if you only have the queen, you can't afford to duck that trick. Okay? Right, let's go back. This is where we are at this stage. If I take the jack, okay, and now I decide to play the high card from the short side first, the queen. This hand on the left, the west hand, is never going to put up the king. He's waiting for partner to come through a heart. He'll take the ace of clubs and he'll come back a heart. And when he comes back a heart, if you put up the queen, they'll cover with the king. If you don't put up the queen, they'll put up the 9. And now you're never making the hand. You can hold it up, it doesn't matter. Because now when they get in, okay, and they play back another one, you've got no more heart stopper and they've still got the king of clubs. So going back to the correct line of play, everybody, you must learn to give up tricks to make tricks. It's like being in the business world. You spend money to make money and you give up tricks to make tricks. I do this all the time in bridge. So looking at that card behind, that jack, it's a very important card. No rush. Don't just grab your tricks. Give it to them. You will always make 2 heart tricks, everybody. Are there any questions? Any questions? No? Okay. All right, I'm open for extra questions from all of you before we go. Some of you wanted to ask me a question. I'm just looking at the chat.
Hey, Linda, didn't somebody want to go over board 6?
They did. I'm going to
Okay.
go over board 6,
Cool.
but I'm trying to look at the chat. Is there anything I need to know?
I don't think so.
Okay. All right. I'm going to hand up board 6 for you. That's somebody asked me for board 6. I didn't know if they want the bidding or the play of the hand. So we'll do both. All right. Right. The dealer is East on board 6. East has 12 high card points and opens 1 club, the longest minor. Pass by South. And now what is this hand going to bid? With 15 points.
No.
We have a stopper in all the suits. We just learned that tonight. With 13 to 15, you bid 3, no trump. Now, let me go back to this hand again. Let's say that you have more than 15 points. Let's say you got 16. You would bid 1 diamond on this hand, everybody. And why would you bid a diamond? Because you're waiting to hear the opener's rebid. You would never be bidding 3 no trump with 16 points. You would just bid 1 diamond on a 3-card diamond suit. Okay? If you have 16 or more, wait to hear the opener's rebid. All right, so we're in 3 no trump. And now we know that we have to lead a major. And we know they haven't bid a major. And I hate to lead a major away from an ace when they've bid no trump, because they're showing stoppers in all the suits. So I have a thing about leads, everybody. I want to talk about leads. When you don't have an honor in a suit you want to lead, you lead your second highest. So I would never lead a low spade because I'd be handing it to them on a platter. I'd rather lead the 8 of diamonds, second highest. If I lead the 2, I want the suit back. Low cards like, high cards hate. In no trump, a low card promises an honor and wants that suit back. I would lead the 8 of diamonds. Now let's work it out. If you have to lead the 8 of diamonds, what do you think partner holds if you leave the 8 of diamonds? Does partner want the suit back? I don't think so. I don't think so. It's a very high card. You see the jack in dummy, and you have the ace and the 9. So it would go low, and you take the ace. Why do we take the ace? Well, if partner led a high diamond, not wanting a diamond back, look at the weak suit on the table. I would come back the queen of spades to tell my partner, I have the jack, and maybe we can take 4 spade tricks. And if they duck it, and they come back the jack to crash the 10, and they duck it again, we're very happy, aren't we? And now we can beat the contract. Because if they put up the king, we're going to take 4 spades and the ace of diamonds, and that's the end of the hand. So the opening lead plays a very big role, everybody, of what you should lead. And now it's going to beat the hand. And that's how we beat this contract. If you lead a spade, it's pretty easy, because all you can work out on this hand, okay, you have to think of the club suit, and there's only one way to play the clubs. I'm going to go back and show you the only way to play the club suit, everybody. When you're missing the queen and you're missing the 10, there's only one line of play. Let's do a spade lead, and let's show you how to play the club suit. Because leading a spade is very easy if we lead a spade and not a diamond. You've only got 4 points. I always try to find my partner. So we lead the 2 of spades. Low spade. Jack. Now you have to win the king. This is not like the hold up play. You cannot afford to hold up a king, everyone. You got to take that trick when it's a trick. Otherwise, you may never see that trick again. So don't get confused. A hold up play is only the ace, everyone, not the king. So let's count the tricks together. Well, we've got a lot of work to do here. We've got to get out, we've got 3 heart tricks, and 1 spade is 4. 2 clubs are 6, and 2 diamonds are 8. We need to find the clubs. So let's try and see if we can find the clubs first. If we found the club right the first time, we may be able to run for our lives, but I don't think it's enough. 4 club tricks and 3 hearts are 7 and a spade is 8. It's not enough, but let's do the clubs. When you're missing the queen and you're missing the 10, the only line of play is to play the ace. This is part of finesses. And then you play a card towards the jack and pray that the left hand has the queen. And it works. So we've sorted out our club suit. That's the only line of play. There's no other play once you're missing the queen and the 10. You've got to keep parity with dummy. But you don't know that they've got the queen and the jack. So now you throw the 9 of diamonds. You tell your partner, I love diamonds, partner. And then they'll play the 9 of clubs. And you'll play the 3 of diamonds. I love diamonds, partner. We all love diamonds, right? And you'll throw the 2 of diamonds away. Now, how many tricks have they got? 5. They still need a diamond trick. So are they going to be beaten or not? Let's work it out. They're not going to defeat the contract. Why? Because you led away from the ace of spades. And if the spades are 4-4, it doesn't beat the contract. Now, before you run your hearts, do not just take your hearts, because if they don't break, you may lose another heart trick. But you've got all of them. So wait, you've got 4 hearts. How many tricks have you got? Oh, we do have 4 hearts. We're not giving them the diamond. You've got the hearts. Where did we win this last trick? Here. We've got 4 heart tricks. And now we make the contract without that spade. We don't have a problem. We've got 4 heart tricks. I didn't see there were 4. There we go. So let's run for our lives. Take the king and throw away a spade. And they'll throw the diamond away. And now you've got 9 tricks. And you could claim. You're giving them the diamond and the spades. Okay? You're making exactly 9 tricks, everybody. Any question on hand number 6? Somebody wanted to know about 6, and I need to know what they wanted to know.
I wanted to know the bidding and then also the play.
Well, the club suit's the only way to play the hand and run for your life. Ace and up to the jack. There's no other play. You've got to pray that the queen is under the jack. You don't have the 10. Ace and up to the jack. There's no other play once you're missing the 10. You pray that the queen is under the jack and not over the jack. So we've got 4 heart tricks, 4 club tricks, and the king of spades. We've got 9 tricks. If the club finesse works. If the club finesse doesn't work, you still don't have enough tricks. Because you've got 4 heart tricks, and a spade is 5, and 2 diamonds is 7. Well, maybe you could make more. Let me work on it. I'm not sure about the spades, how they break. I don't know if the spades are going to break. I don't want to lose the lead. Because if they led the 2. It looks comfortable if they led the 2. But maybe they could be bluffing like I bluff. And if they've got 5, you're going to go down. So you don't know. The 2 looks safe. It looks safe if they lead the 2. You could go for it. Give up the diamond and hope they just take their 3 spades and the diamond. Then you've got 4 hearts and a spade is 5 and 2 clubs is 7 and 2 diamonds are 9. It all depends which way you want to look at it. The diamond
then
looks
I guess
safe.
the question, when I looked at it, I saw that I had 8 clubs. therefore there's 5 missing. And I played the ace king hoping to drop the queen.
No,
and it
never
hit.
ever. Never on 8, never.
Okay,
So actually looking at the hand, because I never counted the tricks, only on the lead, watching the lead, okay, knowing it's a 4-card suit, I'd rather give up the diamond and forget about the club. And then I've got 9 tricks. But if they play the lowest card to show attitude that they like it, they may have a 5-card suit and we could go down. It all depends on what they lead. The 2 shows a 4-card suit.
okay,
But if
thank
they
you.
want to be fancy and lead it from a 5-card suit, you're going down when you could have made it by playing the club, so you don't know. But there are 9 tricks here.
Thank
So
you,
we
Linda.
We have
Any other-
we have
Yeah.
Linda with her hand up. Linda?
Yes.
No,
Yes.
other. There we go.
Would you go back to the hand number 1 and explain the rule of 7 one more time? And
Sure.
tell me which hands you're counting?
Only your hand and the dummy.
Okay,
You're only counting your hand and the dummy. You don't count any other cards. Just your hand and the dummy.
okay,
The rule of 7. You've got 3 hearts opposite 2. Your hand and the dummy is 5. You subtract that from number 7. That's 2. That means you duck twice. If you've got 6 cards between you and dummy had another heart, 6 from 7 is 1. You duck once. It works well.
yes,
Okay?
thank you.
Any other hands tonight?
Linda, can you squeeze in 11 real quick for Judy?
Sure. I have no problem tonight. I'm not stuck in a little room. I'm at home. I have no problem. Do they want to know the bidding or or both? 11.
Judy?
Judy, do you want the bidding or both?
Both.
Both, okay. All right, so the dealer is South and South passes. And I think West has 16 points. Yes, 16. We'll open 1 no trump. Now, I'm not sure if this hand is going to bid 2 spades. They may bid 2 spades, they may not. I don't know what they'll do. But whatever the situation is, okay, let's say they pass. And now looking at this hand, we have enough for game. We have 11 and a 5-card suit. We're going to bid 3 no trump. If they bid spades, I want to talk about this hand. Let's say I'm going to go back. You don't have a spade stopper, but you have enough for game. So let's go back and see if they bid 2 spades. All right. I play natural bidding at the 3 level. I would bid 3 diamonds. Partner, I have a diamond suit and I'm forcing you to game. I have a 5-card suit. I'm worried about spades. And now it would go pass by South. And you have the spade stopper and the diamond fit, and you would bid 3 no trump. And that's how the bidding would go. If they bid spades, bid naturally. Make a bid at the 3 level, which becomes a forcing bid to game. Okay? Don't just bid 3 no, because you don't know if partner's got spades. Maybe 5 diamonds will make, we don't know. So bidding 3 diamonds just tells partner, don't worry, partner, we're going to game. I have a 5 or 6 card diamond suit, and this hand with the diamond fit bids 3 no trump. And now we have to sort out this rule of 7. We're back to the rule of 7. They are on lead and they lead the king of spades. And here we go again. Now you can ask me all the questions, Linda, the one that asked a question. We have 3 spades to the ace in West, declare his hand, and 2 in the dummy. That's 5. We subtract that from 7, which is 2. That means we must duck twice, everybody. Duck twice. Then you play the queen. A duck twice. Then they play the jack. And now what are we going to throw away? Well, we don't want to throw diamonds away. They look very pretty. So we can throw a club away. The most important thing on this hand is to never do a finesse into the hand with all the spades. You can't afford that club finesse, everybody. So we have to look at this hand and decide what are we going to do to bring in 9 tricks. So we've got 1 spade trick. Hopefully the diamonds break. 5 diamond tricks is 6. We've got 2 club tricks is 8. We are not taking a finesse at the moment. We can't afford to take a finesse at the moment. But if you want to run your diamond suit and see what happens, you have to discard from the dummy, your hand. On 3, you have to find 2 more discards. The only way you could do it is this way. Let's try. You can try and squeeze and get a picture of what's going on. Just to get a picture of what they're doing. I love to do squeezes. One day we'll do squeezes. Only thing is online, we can't watch their body language. God, I love watching that. Okay. When I see them at the bridge table, it tells me everything. All right, 4 of diamonds. Now what are they throwing away? Another heart. But they didn't throw a high heart. They never threw a high heart. They put up the ace. This is just squeezing. Now you've got the 10 of diamonds. And you are now going to throw away 1 heart. You can afford 1 heart. What are they going to throw away? Well, if they throw away a club, you're not sure. They may be lying. You never know what's happening. And now you play another diamond. And they throw the 4 of hearts. They should not tell them what they've got. They should not tell them what they've got. And now you've got to play the 6 of clubs. How many tricks have you got? Okay. You've got 6 tricks. You need 1 more trick. So now you don't know whether to play the club or the heart. You've got no idea. But I don't think they had the heart. They never told their partner they had the heart. So you'd have to play the heart and pray. Put up the king. And there you are. You know they don't have the ace of hearts. So they can't take their spades. If they had the ace of hearts, they would have grabbed their spades. But so fast you cannot believe it. And now the rest are yours. And now you can make those over tricks. And you're making 10 tricks, everybody. Does that help everybody? You make 10 tricks. The rule of 7. It's a guess. Are you going to play the heart or the club? Who knows? But you don't want to play the club into the hand with the spades. It's too dangerous. I'd rather go for the heart. Any question? None? Okay. Any more? All right. We're going to continue next Thursday on the hold-up play. We're going to have different hands. I'm going to stop sharing the screen with you and stop the recording. And I thank you very much. I hope you all had a great time.
Thank you, Linda.
Thank you.
Pleasure.
Thank you very much.
Nice,
Pleasure.
Linda.